Welcome back to Cube English 2. This is episode 3, and in today's webcast we will be talking about vocabulary building and vocabulary study. This time I am being joined by my colleague, Roger Palmer. Hello, Roger.
Hello, friend. How are you today?
Fine. Shall we get started?
Yeah, let's begin.
Okay. So we're going to start today's video with a review of what we did in Cube English 1, and then we'll go on and we'll talk about some topics related to vocabulary building and vocabulary strategies, vocabulary learning strategies, and introduce some websites. So you may remember from Cube English 1 we had 3 questions about vocabulary. First question was, are some words more important to learn than others? Our second question, Roger?
Can we learn a new word after seeing or hearing it one time?
And our last question, what does it mean to know a word? So the answer to the first question is a definite yes.
Absolutely.
Can you explain why?
Yeah, the main reason is that the most frequent 2,000 words that we've spoken about many times in class cover about 87% of the average text. That means 87% of the words you need are contained in those 2,000 words. So they're really useful.
So we call these the power words, right?
Yeah, the most important ones for you.
Great. And the word lists, we introduced 2 main word lists. The general service list, which is the GSL, that's the 2,000 words Roger was just talking about. We also introduced the AWL, or the academic word list at the bottom. If we look at coverage, together the GSL and the UWL, which is roughly the same as the AWL, covers about 86.6% of any academic or your average academic text. So another topic we talked about in Cube English 1 was root words. So root words these are the kind of basic words. Example, act, which means do or perform. You see the example sentence, you act like a child. Another important parts of language are the prefixes. These are the parts that come before the word. Example here in this slide, re, which means back or again. The example sentence would be, how will she react when she hears the news?
So the prefix comes before the root word, right?
Exactly.
So what comes after the root word?
Well, glad you asked. That's what we call suffixes. So these are the parts that come behind the word. Here we have ION, and this indicates that a word has become a noun. Example, if we add it to react, we have reaction. So let's move on to our second question. Roger, what do you think?
Guess the answer to that is no.
Let's check. Absolutely no. So according to research, on average, we need to meet 13 or 14 times to learn it.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. The last question, what does it mean to know a word? The receptive knowledge would be words that we recognize when we see them or hear them, and the productive knowledge would be those words we can use in our own sentences, our own speaking or our own writing. Okay, if you go to the Cube Moodle site and you open up management courses and the management course materials, students are in our Cube English class know about the Moodle site, and especially this information's at the top. There's the Moodle Reader link and the Moodle or the book report form, our course outline for Cube English. There's a whole section for Cube English which you can find some vocabulary links, but we've also added a separate section.
That's number 4, right?
That's right. So
number 4 is the vocabulary section. Yeah?
So you can see the academic word list, and we have general service list, the different parts. What we want to show today, we talked about roots and prefixes and suffixes. So this link here, you can see that it has a whole list of different root words.
The word we came up with just now, I think, was it act? The
There it
example
is.
we gave?
There it is right there. So
Okay.
it shows the meaning, but you'll notice the example. So activity, something that a person does. React, that was our example. So to do something in response. We'll talk about this more in class, so how to actually use this list. Another thing we're going to be talking about soon, early in the Cube English class, is the BNC. What is the BNC?
I believe it's the British National Corpus.
So on this website, you see it introduces the BNC, what it is, and then you can search the library. So you type in the word that you want to look up, you press the go button. What comes up is the results of the search, insolence in debate. Where is it? Meeting to debate. Oh, it's right at the beginning, yes, in the debate itself.
The next one is reluctant to debate the
But this is a powerful tool, so you can see actually how a word is used. So again, we'll spend some time in class learning how to use this. Another thing, we introduced this a bit in Cube English 1, but this is a site called Quizlet. And these are actually word cards. It's an electronic word card generator. Good. So you can see whoever made this list. Actually, you can see who it was created by and when it was created. But they basically put the word and the meaning or the definition. So you can use the arrows on the left and right to go through the stack. Oh, this is a great website. The students who have used it so far have been very happy, and we hope more CUBE students will use this.
And then you can even print them out and use them
That's right.
somewhere else. Yeah.
That's exactly right. At the bottom here, you can see you can export them or print them or copy them, even
Fantastic.
combine. So that's Quizlet. I think there's just one more site that we wanted to show you. And this is another thing that we'll do in Cube English 2 is working with word form charts. And so this link will take you to word formation exercise. And you can see here on the bottom of the page, there's a chart with a whole bunch of words down the left side. And it gives the noun version, the verb version, the adjective version, and the adverb version. So if analyze is the verb, what's the noun?
It must be analysis.
Analysis. So you can type it in.
If you can spell it, you can type it in.
That's right.
Then
After you fill in the whole chart, you can submit the worksheet, and it'll give you a score, how many you got right out of 24. So, kind of a nice way to study new words and see how they're used in different contexts. So I think that's about it.
Yeah, and I guess the main thing with vocabulary is to spend some time and keep practicing by yourself, because it does take time.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, and keep up the good work.